You do not sell your Bitcoin.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the new Road Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly moving up, guys. We know they need Bitcoin on the 5th as collateral. It's like clockwork. I know the dip scared you, but guys, we do this every single month. We have the stock market also slightly up. But what did they give us for the narrative on pulling back was Mt.Gox. And remember, and when it comes to Mt.Gox, it's all about Bitcoin. So why did all the other cryptos take a beating? Because we know all this is ran by an algorithm. Bitcoin has to be a certain percentage of the market. Ethereum has to be a certain percentage of the market. If you understand math, you understand crypto. It's all ran by an algorithm. And we had over $600 million liquidated. But as Bitcoin took a hit, we know Bitcoin and crypto leads the stock market. Now stocks will also take a beating. When crypto takes a beating, no one cares. The masses can care less. But don't forget, guys, T1 and Japan is eventually going to hit the stocks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are down, which we know should definitely be up. We have the dollar, which is down. Also, we have volume in crypto up. We have the Fed repo on Wednesday was $425 billion. Guys, make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis. And now we get another report, the jobs report. Unemployment is at 4.1%, which we know is way higher than that. We have inflation dropping slightly, but we know the inflation that's here is all about corporate greed. You have rent sky high. You have food prices sky high. That's all corporate greed. A handful of these companies are making everything spike up. And we know easily they can turn it around. If you have McDonald's dropping meals down to $5, mom and pops cannot compete with that. But we saw the same thing when the C word happened. We saw a lot of these prices drop. And then after the C word, these restaurants went sky high. Now these main corporate restaurants are bringing deals, and we know mom and pop can't compete. They're going to fall by the wayside. Remember, small businesses are the backbone of the United States economy. Once these small and medium-sized banks fall, the small businesses will fall. And then, of course, unemployment is going to spike sky high, especially next year. But we know they have that solution. The robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto because now they have money. So they can operate the whole economy without a human involved. And guys, that's why it's so important to join my TikTok. Make sure you're sharing the TikTok. Guys, it's free to like and share. It doesn't cost you a thing. I just don't understand people. But guys, make sure you're sharing that TikTok. It's short and sweet. But on the TikTok, I want to map out how they plan for the machine takeover. But then also, guys, on the YouTube stock page, I'm going to start back doing videos on that one for the gaming for kids who actually can get paid sitting at home. They're already on the game because a lot of these kids are not outside. Now they can sit at home and get paid and start understanding the technology. Get them prepared. It is so important. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale all down. And we have Grayscale Ethereum Trust discount to NAV quietly switches to a premium ahead of the anticipated spot Ethereum ETF launch. And like I told you guys, if these numbers, inflation numbers, job numbers, keep moving at this pace, I would not be surprised if the Fed cuts rates and then we get an Ethereum launch and all of a sudden things start to move back up for the month of August. But we also know distractions are definitely going to be stepped up for the fourth quarter and then also the first quarter of 2025. Guys, they have to get this budget in order, and then also they have to start bringing in these machines. This legacy market has to be destroyed for the machines to rise. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have analysts predict majority of Mt.Gox 8.2 billion could be sold. And again, guys, that's a narrative that they're selling to dump Bitcoin and crypto because basically we haven't seen any large amount sold. And we know who was selling. We know the Fed just doesn't say, I took your money. There always has to be a distraction. And lastly, we have German's MP slams government Bitcoin sell-off, urges holdings as a strategic reserve. And guys, we've seen this movie before. Anytime governments sell Bitcoin, it always ends up in the NWO puppet's hands. It doesn't matter what country you go to, they all have a plan for this new digital economy. And the robots, algorithms, and drones have been ready for over 10 years. All they need is that crisis. Guys, we've seen this before during the C word. They already ran the simulation, giving people free money to sit at home. We see universal basic income being tested around the world. But the fact is that now they have these digital currencies. They can airdrop that free money in a wallet, but then also tell them what, where, and when and how to buy, and then see every single payment that they're making so they'll know them better than they know themselves. And when you add in brain reading technology, the NWO will be able to turn the sheep into machines. I know it sounds like a movie, but remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see the 4th Industrial Revolution, foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.